Hello everybody and welcome back to Screen Stars. I am here today to review the movie Armstrong, a mixture of science fiction, action and with a little sprinkling of the superhero genre on top. And it is a movie that I've been quite looking forward to seeing. I have seen a couple of positive reviews on this, and it stars Sean Parsons as Armstrong, Vicky Judy or Judy, Jason Antoon and Kevin Pollak, who you may remember from A Few Good Men, and he was in End of Days with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he does the voice of the radio DJ that you hear throughout the movie. And this movie tells a tale of a young medic called Lauren, and she's a rookie. It's her first night. She's on the graveyard shift, and her ambulance partner is a veteran. He's a bit grumpy, treats her with a little bit of disrespect, and they get called to an explosion, and on the way they stumble across a guy who is injured. They try to treat him on the site. They get him in the back of the ambulance, and they soon discover that he's not what he seems. He's some kind of enhanced soldier who's got like a biotic arm sort of thing on him. And he tells them the story that there is some military cult type thing that wants to bring an end to the world by setting off a series of explosions that will cause all these earthquakes that will bring devastation and destruction. And they're an end of the world cult type thing with military backing. And he used to be part of them, but he's abandoned them, and he's stolen a lot of powerful equipment, hence the arm and things like that, to try and put a stop to them. And he gets these two medics reluctantly to help him. And along the way they are attacked by the Harbingers, they're called, this military cult. And their main aim is to stop them setting off a series of these explosions that will trigger these earthquakes. So that's kind of the gist of the story they get here. What I found quite interesting about this movie is it chose to focus on telling this tale from the medic's perspective, particularly Lauren, this medic it's her first night. It's really told from her perspective, and that's really probably down to the budgetary reasons. I would imagine they couldn't afford to put everything on screen that they wanted to, so Armstrong, this superhero soldier guy, when he goes off to deal with some baddies, you don't see that. You see what the medics get up to. So I thought that was a clever way to hide the budgetary issues that they would have had with this movie. I thought the acting throughout was pretty good, especially the actress playing Lauren, the medic. I thought she was very, very good, and she gave a very good performance. And her partner, the other medic, I thought was very good too. The guy playing Armstrong, I thought he did a decent enough job, but I don't think he was charismatic enough to pull off that type of superhero role. He was like a cross between Iron Man and Cyborg from DC, and he just lacked that little bit of charisma, I think, that was needed. I mean, he certainly is no Robert Downey Jr., put it that way. But it goes down a massive notch, the acting, when we get to the Harbingers, the bad guys. I think all they did was just basically put costumes on extras, and when they had to do any talking or any dialogue, it was pretty bad, really. So I think that wasn't particularly good. And another issue that I have here with this movie is they don't give you a decent bad guy to focus on. You just see these sporadic pockets of these Harbinger soldiers, and they're dressed just like a bit more futuristic military type guys and girls, some of them, but you don't feel the threat from them. In fact, you don't feel a threat from anything that they do in this movie. And by that, what I mean is Armstrong tries to explain that they're trying to end the world and set off these earthquakes and all this kind of stuff, but you don't feel that threat. And these Harbingers, like I say, you only see one or two of them here and there. You don't feel the threat from them at all, really. So and I think a central bad guy would have focused that threat a little bit more, like a one central bad guy that was chasing him with a few soldiers surrounding him, I think would have worked better for this movie. I also found it funny as well that the majority of the time his biotic arm, or whatever you want to call it, it didn't work particularly well. It was that they were constantly having to do this and that to it to get it to work, which I just thought was quite amusing. Really, he's got all this powerful equipment, but it never bloody worked. But I have to say, overall, I did quite enjoy this movie. I do think it's a cut above your normal low budget sci-fi action movie. I think there's a lot of effort gone into this. It's been well written. It's been directed well. There are some good effects on show here. There's some good acting on show here from certainly the main characters, and a very, very good character arc for the main character Lauren, the medic. I thought she had a really, really interesting character arc, so I did enjoy that. And I enjoyed this movie overall, and I think if you're looking for an half decent sci-fi action movie, this is certainly, I think, worth a watch.